Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High God, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. We are the 12 tribes of Israel in remembrance of who we are, being the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We have been trodden down. We have been lied to for too long. They have gave us bywords, and they have called us under names that have demonized us. If you look up in the dictionary what the word black is, what is it? It's something dark. It's something demonic. But then if you look up white, what is it? It's something pure. When in all actual reality, the black man, the Hispanic man is the white person. Because we are the pure people. We are God's chosen people. And the white man, all he's ever done, everywhere he's ever set up his foot, all he's done is rape, rob, and murder millions. That is all he's ever done. This very land was built on bloodshed. This very land was built on slavery. But then you sit here and think that, oh, great America will not be judged for the atrocities that it's committed. That's right. Well, let's bring out the prophecies of America, and let's bring out how this place was built, and let's bring out how this place will get destroyed. You get Habakkuk 2 and 12. Get Numbers 35 and 33. Got it?
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12.
Go ahead.
Woe to him that
hey, brother, you got any questions? All right, God bless. Go ahead.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Woe. So woe means destruction. So destruction to them that buildeth the town with blood. Keep reading. Hey, you got any questions, brother? You sure? All right, God bless, man. Go ahead, keep reading.
And establisheth a city by iniquity.
From the top.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12.
Go ahead.
Woe to him.
Destruction to him. Keep reading.
That buildeth a town with blood.
That builds a town with blood. Well, how is this great city? Let's just talk about Hartford. How is this great city, Hartford, built? A lot of people don't know that very Union Station down the block was built so Union soldiers could come to the city of Hartford and rape, rob, and murder the native Indians that dwelt in this land. Bring it out! That's why it was built. You understand? Because all the white man has done is rape, rob, and murder. You got any questions? You sure?
Yeah.
I seen you smirking. I thought you had a question. All right, God bless your Christian heart. Read it again from the top.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12.
Read.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Destruction to him that buildeth the town with blood. Keep reading.
Establisheth a city by iniquity.
And establishes a city by iniquity with sin. Well, how is America built once again? By rape, rob, and murder. And you sit here and think that America will prosper forever. Get Psalms 49 and 10. You think that this place is going to continue forever, when you have to realize that judgment is going to come upon this place. Judgment, according to the Lord, is as a ring. It's going to come back around. But since the judgment of the Lord is not executed speedily, the heart of men within them wants to do wicked, wants to continue in their wickedness, wants to tell you it's okay to be a homosexual, wants to tell you it's okay to do all these things, it's okay to get high, it's okay to fornicate, it's okay to commit adultery. Why? Because that's what the white man has set upon our hearts.
That's right.
Read that. Psalm 49.
Psalms chapter 49, verse 10.
Read.
For he seeth that wise men die.
So he sees that wise men die. Read.
Likewise, the fool and the brutish person perish.
Likewise, the fool and the brutish person perish. So just as we die, so does the wicked, and so does the fool. So what's the point of prophesying against this land? What's the point, right? Because we're all going to die at the end of the day. That's what the white man tells you. YOLO, you only live once. Keep reading.
And leave their wealth to others.
And they leave their wealth to others. We don't have any wealth. We are the average man on this country. We are the average person. We're not the Michael Jordans. We're not the people, the coons that sold their soul to the devil, being Amalek, the Jewish man, the so-called white man, being Idumea, Esau. You got any questions? Come ask some questions. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm all right. Any questions?
We just listening.
Just listen. What's your nationality, brother?
Peruvian, Puerto Rican, and European.
What's your father?
Peruvian.
Peruvian?
Yes.
All right, so Incans,
Yes.
right? Do you know that Incans were actually part of the 12 tribes of Israel?
None of
Did you know that?
None.
The word Incan actually comes from Ayanquan, which
Okay.
means noble or priestly people. That's
Okay.
what it meant in their language. Did you know they spoke Hebrew?
I did not.
Did you know they had, where is it? Right here. They had fringes on their garments, right? Like this, right?
Yeah.
It's a native Indian custom from North Central South America, right?
Okay.
So, this right here is in the Bible. Did you know that?
I did not.
Get it in Numbers. 1538. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you something, brother. This is the history that they don't want us to learn. This is the
Okay.
history they don't teach. This
Okay.
is why we were raped, robbed, and murdered and enslaved and forced to speak Spanish, right?
Yes.
We were forced to speak English, forced to speak French, right? Forced to speak Portuguese. All of these languages of our conquerors. We were forced to believe in the gods of our conquerors. But did you know the Incans, they worship one true God? You know that? Did you know that the Incans actually believe in who you call Jesus Christ today? They just gave him a certain name being Verucocha. You ever heard of Verucocha?
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Verucocha said he came from the sky in a cloud, right? In
Yeah.
a chariot. And he landed in where the Incans dwelled in Peru, in Argentina, and Chile,
Yeah.
right? And he taught them the true knowledge of the one creator. And he said, when I come back, you will rule on the earth. That's what Verucocha said. This is in Incan records.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
And that is Jesus Christ, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
Okay.
The real name in the Hebrew being Yahweh Shah. Verucocha in the dialect of the Incans meant feathered serpent. You heard of the feathered serpent, right? So go ahead, read that real quick.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38.
Go ahead.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Speak unto the children of Israel, right? Because the Bible from Genesis to Revelation has to deal with one people. It has to deal with the children of Israel. Not the people in the land today. Those are not the real Jews.
Right?
These people control the pornography industry. These people control Hollywood. These people control the banking system. These people privately own prisons. And who's in the prisons primarily? Blacks and Hispanics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why? Because we are God's chosen people, and we are the people who they want to persecute. How do you rule the world? By ruling God's chosen people. You understand? Keep reading.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Speak unto the children of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Keep reading.
And bid them that they make fringes
And bid them that they make fringes, go ahead,
in the borders of their
in
garments.
the borders of their garments. You see, this is a border.
Yep.
When the seams of something joins together, these are the borders. This is why Native Indians wore this, right? When they dance, Yahweh, Yahweh, right? They're speaking the Lord's name. Yahweh. Not Jehovah, not Yahweh. It's Yahweh. That's why
Right.
even the Native Indians, when they dance, that's what you heard. You understand? Go ahead, keep reading.
Throughout their generation.
Throughout their generations. This is why all throughout, once again, North Central and South America and the Caribbean islands, they wore fringes because it was according to the law that was established by Moses for our people to practice.
Okay.
You understand? Go ahead, finish it up.
And that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue.
And that they put upon the fringe the border of blue. You see that brother's pants?
Yep.
He has the ribbon of blue going down upon his fringes.
Okay.
Because these are the laws and customs that our people were supposed to abide by.
All right.
You understand? But the reason why we were punished, the reason why the Lord sent the devil that the Bible speaks of, the white man, to come and conquer us, was because we disobeyed the law, statutes, and commandments of God, and we forgot about the covenant under Christ. You understand? We turned our back on the Lord, so the Lord turned his back on us. Get that in Hosea 4 and 6. You get John chapter 3, start at 14.
This is Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
Read.
My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
See, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We call ourselves under all these bywords and names that our conquerors gave us. We call ourselves Puerto Rican, we call ourselves Mexican, we call ourselves this, we call ourselves that, right? Black. We call ourselves under all these names. But who we are is God's chosen people, being the 12 tribes of Israel. You see this sign right here? You're on this sign. You understand? And that's who you are. You're part of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
The people who have the promises of God. The people who have the services of God. No other people in the Bible is supposed to teach this book. They don't have the truth. This is why the Christian churches, look at this church, right? You got a church on every corner. Hey, you ever been down Main Street in Hartford?
No.
There's almost every corner has a church, right?
Yeah.
But right outside the church, what do you see? You see drugs, you see gangs, you see murders, you see violence. If these churches were teaching the truth, there would not be all these things outside, right? So the Lord in Ezekiel chapter 37 said he's going to breathe the life back into the valley of dry bones. That's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing life come back into the valley of dry bones. And we're once again remembering who we are.
Thank you so much.
You understand, brother?
The churches are not providing.
All right, God bless, God bless. Y'all got questions? Come here, come talk to me, man.
In a rush, because I gotta go to press some out. What's this for Social Security and that?
What's your nationality?
I respect that. Mexican, Puerto Rican.
What's your father?
Mexican.
Mexican?
And my mom is Puerto Rican.
What is the etymology of the word Mexican? Or the origin of the word Mexican? Mashika, right? You know that's a Hebrew word? That means anointed. Anointed. You know you're part of God's chosen people, right? Did you know that? You know you're part of God's chosen people? Did you know that?
Huh?
So you're Mexican and you're what?
Puerto Rican.
Just 100% Puerto Rican? All right, so you know you're also part of the 12 tribes
I
of
was
Israel.
born and raised here, so I'm also American.
Nah, you're not American. That doesn't make sense.
Listen,
That doesn't make sense at all. Your lineage comes from Mexico, right? Because it's according to the seed of your father. If you take an apple tree, right, and you take these 3 seeds of an apple tree, I plant one in Africa, right? I plant another one in China, and I plant another one in Brazil. What's going to grow? An apple tree, right? So you are who your father is because your father holds the seed line. You understand what I'm saying, brother? So since you're a Mexican, you see this sign right here? Hold that sign. See this sign right here? You'll be from the tribe of Issachar. If you're a Puerto Rican, you'll be from the tribe of Ephraim. What's your nationality, sister? You African American? So you'll be from the tribe of Judah. Your great cousin was who the world calls Jesus Christ. Yeah.
My father was born in Barbados.
Oh, so you're from the tribe of Benjamin.
Wait a minute, and my mother was born in Alabama.
It's who your father is.
See your father is?
It's who your father is. You're according to the seed line of your father. You understand, sister? So once again, they lied about our history. Right? Let me go into some history. You heard of the Aztecs, right? Get First Chronicles 12 and 32. Let me show you something about the Aztecs, right? The word Aztec is a Hebrew word. Az meaning time, and Deca meaning assembly or group of people. So their name was literally the assembly of time. Now you've seen the Aztec pyramids, right? Do you know on the Aztec pyramids is where the white man gets their calendar from? Did you know that?
No.
Absolutely. They had 365 steps for each day of the year. You understand? And on each side represented the 4 seasons. You understand what I'm saying? Just like before the white man came, we already knew, the Aztecs already knew about who Jesus Christ was. Right? They called him Quetzalcoatl. You ever heard of Quetzalcoatl? The feathered serpent. You still got John 3 and 14, right? Hold that. You understand? Because the feathered serpent was Jesus Christ.
So what do you believe?
We believe in the Bible because the Bible is the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian truth, not the white man's book. A lot of people perceive this to be the white man's book. That's not true. This right here, hey, we get this from a brother in Georgia. Yeah. He does the same thing we do, and he said we pay him and he sends it to us.
Spread the word, right?
Absolutely. So you got that? I'm gonna show you something, right? Remember, Issachar, the Aztecs, right? Meaning the assembly of time, right? And Mashika means what? The anointed people. Read.
First Chronicles chapter 12, verse 32. and of the children of Issachar,
And of the children of Issachar, of the Mexicans, read.
which were men that had understanding of the
They
time.
had understanding of the times. Remember what I told you? 365 steps, right? They had the four sides of the pyramid representing the four seasons. You understand? Keep reading.
Know what Israel ought to do.
To know what Israel ought to do. And what understanding of the times. What does Aztec mean again? The assembly, the people that came together for the time. Az meaning time, Deka meaning assembly. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a prophecy in the Bible. This is proving and showing that the Issacharites were the Aztecs, the ancient Aztecs. You understand what I'm saying, brother? So you're part of the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Now you are Ephraimite, correct? Puerto Rican, right? So this is what you'll be an Ephraimite according to the Bible.
So what am I?
Issachar. Or Yashashakar. But and it'll be Issachar. You understand? Now let's deal with you, right? Let's prove your tribe. Get Hosea 9 and 13. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you that you are an Ephraimite according to the Bible. And then I get to Judah. Oh, Benjamin, right? Then I get to Benjamin.
So this is like a Illuminati or something? No,
Nah. We speak against the Illuminati, man. You understand? We speak against these devil worshippers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being the fake Jewish man that took your nation. You're a Jew.
Right.
You're an Israelite. That's what I'm telling you are. You're the 12 tribes of Israel, brother. You're not Jewish. You are an Israelite. You are a Hebrew Israelite. They stole our culture. They stole our identity.
Stole everything.
You understand? They're the culture vultures. You understand? You are from the lineage of God's chosen people.
That's right.
There's no man equal to you. No man is equal to you. No man is equal to you. No sister or no woman is equal to you. You understand? You're God's chosen people. So go ahead, read that. Let me show you something.
This is the book of Hosea,
Hallelujah.
chapter 9, verse 13.
Ephraim, right? Ephraim, according to the 12 tribe chart. Ephraim, right? The Puerto Ricans, right? So the Puerto Ricans read,
As I saw Tyrus,
as I saw Tyrus. Now let me give you the history of Tyrus, right? Tyrus was an ancient coast, one of the richest ports ever in the ancient Levant, which is the ancient Mideast. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they were literally a rich port. What does Puerto Rico mean? Rich port, right?
Oh, yeah.
So he's saying, Ephraim, as I seen as Tyrus. Read that again from the top.
Ephraim, as I saw Tyrus,
So he's saying, I see Ephraim as a rich port. Puerto Rico. Keep reading.
is planted in a pleasant place.
Planted in a pleasant place, right on that beautiful Caribbean island. Keep reading.
But Ephraim
Uh-huh.
shall bring forth his children
But
to the
Ephraim
mortar.
is going to bring forth his children to the murderer. Because when the conquistadors came, when the devil, Cristobal Colon, who people call Christopher Columbus, came to the island, what did we do? We gave him diamonds, we gave him jewels, we handed over our women. And what did he do?
Diseases.
And he gave us diseases.
All that,
He
huh?
raped our women and
Huh?
destroyed our people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Keep reading.
That was goosebumps.
Give them,
Uh-huh.
O Lord,
Uh-huh.
what wilt thou
Look,
give?
look,
What will thou give, right?
Look at him.
So
look.
he's saying, give them, O Lord, what will thou give? Keep reading.
Give them a miscarrying womb.
So the Lord said, since Ephraim began to worship idols, since Ephraim began to turn his back onto the Lord, right? He said he's going to give your woman a miscarrying womb. You ever heard of birth control? Everybody heard of birth control, right? Do you know the first people that they used birth control on mass experimentation, was on Puerto Ricans? It was on the Ephraimites. Read that again. Give them a what?
Give them a miscarrying womb.
So that is a prophecy of the mass experimentation of birth control in Puerto Rico. The
No.
Lord gave us a miscarrying womb. Keep reading.
And dry breasts.
And dry breast. Go ahead.
All their wickedness is in Gilgal.
All their wickedness is in God. You can drop that. So what you have to understand is because we followed after the other nations.
Oh, no, that's
We
what it
followed
was.
after other gods. You understand? We lost our heritage, and the Lord sent a
God
people
bless us here.
to destroy us.
Right.
And now
Take
we're
down
in
that
the position
information.
that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Now we're running to and fro, and we don't know who we are. You understand what I'm saying? It's all right, brother. It's all right, King.
God bless you, man.
All right, kid.
Yo,